Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, man injured in officer involved shooting in Nashua. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Join us at Lovering Mitsubishi while we kick off the summer sales event. Get 0% financing on models like the Mirage. It has great features like Bluetooth and keyless entry.
As daylight broke in Nashua, a section of Ledge Street remained taped off. The State Police Major Crimes Unit still on the scene.
This street makes me nervous.
Around 10 o'clock Tuesday night, police officers were dispatched to 106 Ledge Street, according to the New Hampshire Attorney General's office.
Several officers responded, and it looks like one discharged his weapon.
A woman who lives nearby and asked that we only use her first name, Sandy, says there were 3 shots, followed by a massive police response.
Then they took the guy out. He was screaming in the back of the ambulance.
The AG's office says no officers were injured in this incident, and at this point they're not releasing the name of the person who was shot. Around 8:30 in the morning, the State Police Major Crimes van left the scene as the investigation entered a new phase.
They've finished the processing of the scene, but there's still many interviews to be conducted of potential witnesses and also those involved in the incident. So the investigation still is in its very early stages.
As you take a live look at the scene once again, of those 3 officers that responded to the original call, well, one of them is on paid administrative leave indefinitely, one is on paid administrative leave for today, and the third is on regular duty. Reporting live in Nashua, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State troopers arrested for theft of government funds, U.S. Attorney says. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
The 2018 Ford EcoSport. It has the things you need to do the things you've always wanted. Make your first evers happen in the first ever EcoSport.
FBI says that these 3 troopers abused the public's trust and tarnished the badge. All 3 are accused of $54,000 working overtime that they never actually worked. Arrested are recently retired troopers Lieutenant David Wilson and Trooper Paul Season, plus Trooper Gary Herman, who has been suspended without pay in the wake of this. All 3 were members of the former Troop E, which covered the Mass Turnpike. They allegedly altered tickets to make it seem like they issued them during the overtime shifts or reused the names of people previously ticketed. They were caught based on radio transmission locations from their cruisers, sometimes showing they hadn't been driving for a few days when they claimed to be working overtime.
We can't know at this stage how much money we're really talking about. The information in the complaints that we filed today relate to a single year, 2016 alone, and only 3 troopers.
These troopers selfishly tarnished the reputation and badge worn proudly by so many other hardworking members of the Massachusetts State Police, who put their lives on the line for all of us each and every day.
All 3 were arrested this morning without incident at their homes. They'll make initial appearances this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Live in Boston, Josh Brogadier, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Boy, 8 seriously injured in zip line accident at Maine camp, police say. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Easy Dock of Maine, Maine's premier floating dock company. Spend more time on the water and less time fixing your old dock. Reconnect with what really matters. Easy Dock of Maine. Call 207-751-4323.
Police say it happened at Camp Caribou just after 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. An 8-year-old boy fell off a zip line, and investigators say he landed on a metal boat. Police, fire, and rescue all responded to the scene.
Because of where the child was injured, they needed some assistance because it was deep into the woods.
Winslow Police Chief Sean O'Leary says the boy is from out of state. He was taken by ambulance to Maine General Hospital in Augusta, but then flown to Maine Medical Center in Portland. His injuries are described as serious but not life-threatening. Chief O'Leary says there are no charges from his department, but the inquiry into exactly what happened is beyond the scope of his agency.
That's why we contacted the Maine Fire Marshal's office, who actually has jurisdiction regarding these type of incidents, and they are actively doing an investigation.
In Winslow, Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Wednesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the green and went up. US 10-year closed in the red and went down. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow erases 285 points. Gain. Stocks fell as tech and financial roll over. Stocks closed lower on Wednesday, erasing sharp gains as positive news on the trade front was not enough to fend off declines in tech and financial shares. Attorney Anthony Kennedy curl Supreme Court swing vote retiring after 3 decades. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy is retiring after more than 30 years on the High Court. Kennedy said he will officially retire on July 31st and that he decided to step down based on his deep desire to spend more time with his loved ones, even though his family encouraged him to stay on the court. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up later on this evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.